Okay, friends, in this exercise, I'm going to develop a web application for an automotive gallery. Okay? First of all, let me create the project. Okay, ASP.NET Web Application. Okay, I'm keeping this default. Let's create an empty project. Okay, first of all, I am adding a form here. Okay, I'm keeping it web form 1. I'm keeping it default. Okay. Now, first of all, let me design the page. Okay. This is about automotive gallery. So I'm going to put some controls here for getting information about the customer and the automobile that the customer wants to buy with some features. Okay. And then I will give an order, or let's say that I will put an order for the customer. And other than that, I will be able to delete the orders or delete particular orders or clear the all orders. Okay. And also I will have an update, an about form for this project. Okay, let me start with the design. Here in this exercise, I want to teach you how we can use various controls. For example, textbox, drop-down list, checkbox, radio button list, button, listbox, okay, hyperlink. Okay, now for the design, I can directly write customer name, put a text box here, then I will have model and I have drop down list here. But I don't like this type of design. So here, the indentation is not good. Actually, customer name finishes here, text box starts here, model finishes here, and drop down list starts here. So here, when I run the project, okay, you see here, actually the indentation is not good. I mean, when I look at it, I don't like this type of indentation, okay? So since I'm using relative positioning in this project, it's better to have a good view with using table when I'm putting the controls. So instead of doing that, I will show you how we can do that. Table, and I'm inserting table. So here I will use customer name, model, accessories, color, and I will have a button. So I will have 5 rows, and for the let's say that about for the controls will be on the second column, and in the first column will be the information about the control. So here I'm putting a table with 5 rows and 2 columns. I said okay. Actually, I'm not giving a border line here. I'm not changing the border width for this table, so these border lines will be invisible when I run the project. And here, this is an invisible table. So I'm taking customer name from here. I will put it to the first cell. Model will be here. Okay, text box. Let me move this. Okay, I will take it to here. So I will put the controls here. I'm taking text box from here to here. I'm taking drop down list from here to here. So when I do that, when I put them into a table, and run the project, the indentation will be in a better view. This is more professional, I think. You see here, you see the indentation of controls. Okay, so that is the difference. So I will continue in that way. So I will have customer name, I will have model, and then I will have accessories, I will have color, and I'll put a button here for submitting the order. Okay, for the accessories, for example, the customer may want to have sunroof or maybe MP3 player. So in these accessories, it can be none or one of them or two of them. So it's better to use checkbox here. I will use checkbox for sunroof and I will use one more checkbox for MP3 player. I'm clicking the first one. Okay, here in the text, I will say sunroof. Okay. And let me put some space here. And here for the checkbox 2, I will have MP3 player. Okay. Why I use checkbox? Because as I said, it's possible to choose none or one or two. Okay, that's why I use checkbox. Here I can choose one of them, both of them, or none of them. That's why I use checkbox. Okay, and this is for accessories. But for the color, I want user to choose only one color. So here I need to use a radio button. Okay, but in this exercise I will use radio button list. And here for the radio button list, I'm clicking to edit items. I will have 3 items, so I click add 3 times. For the first one, I will say red. For the second one, I will say green. And the third one, I will say blue. And I said okay. So we can see the items here for color. Okay. Then I will have a button. This button will be used for submitting the order. So I will say submit the order. Okay. And then let me see the page view during runtime. Okay. Here user will write some name here. For example, Sam. Then choose model. Choose accessories and one of the colors. And then click the submit button. Okay. But here models, we have nothing here. So let me put some brands into models. I'm clicking drop down list and we have smart tag menu here. You can click smart tag menu and edit items or click drop down list and go to properties. And here we have items. You can click button here and both of them are the same. Okay. So I'm adding, let's say, Honda Fit. I will add, for example, Mazda Demio. And let me add one more. Okay, this can be Jaguar. Okay. Okay. Let me run the project one more time. Okay, Sam will buy Mazda with sunroof and MP3 player and color will be blue. Then I will click submit. Okay, but here when I click submit, I want to list this order in somewhere. In this exercise, I will use listbox for that. Okay, here we have a list box, dragging and dropping here. Okay, this is my list box. You can change its size, and also you can change its font. I will change it to bold, and the size will be, let's say, X large. Okay. Then when I click button, I will take the information and put it here. Okay. How I will do that? Let me go to code behind file. I'm double clicking the button. And here I will write code for button one click. I don't need page load now. Okay, for button one click. First of all, let me create a string because I'm going to keep all information here, and at the end I will add this string into my list box. And here, let's say that info will be kept in string. And then we change here information. Say that info, okay. Information of order. Okay. Then, first of all, I will take information from the text box because the first one is in text box. This is the name of our customer. Okay, so I will say inf order is equal to textbox1 dot text. Okay, and actually I will use single line in listbox at the end, and I will display the order. So I will not have only the customer name. I will have other information, model, accessories, and so on. So I want to put some space between every information. And here I will say plus, and I will put some space here, okay? Let's say that 2 space. Okay? Then what about the next info? Next info is the model. So I need to read the selected item in drop-down list. How I can do that? Here I will say info order, but now I have textbox 1 inside the order, so inside my variable inf order, and I don't want to lose it. Because of that, I will say plus equal. This is assignment operator. So whatever I write here will be appended to inf order. Okay? And here I will say drop down list 1 dot selected item dot text. Okay? This will take the content in drop down list. I mean the content, the selected item by the user is the content of drop down list 1, and I'm taking it and appending it into my inf order variable. Okay. Okay, and actually here, yes, I will do that. And here, let me show you the alternative way. If you don't want to use assignment operator, what can be your alternative? The alternative can be concatenation. If you don't want to use plus equal here, you can say inf order is equal to string dot concatenation of what? Of inf order and drop down list 1 selected item text. Okay? This can be the alternative of this. You can use this one or this one. Okay? Okay, so let's keep the alternative version here. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, the next thing is, let me put some space here, of course. Okay, then what I need, what is the next info? Let's look at it. Accessories. So my accessories are in checkboxes. So here I need to find if checkbox 1 is selected. I need to find if checkbox 2 is selected. Then I'm going back to code behind file. And here I'm saying if checkbox 1 dot checked, you can keep it like this. Okay. So if checkbox 1 checked is true, it will enter into this block. Instead of this, it's correct. Instead of this, you can say if checkbox 1.check is equal to true. This is also correct. Okay, you can choose one of them. Doesn't matter. And if checkbox 1 check is true, this means that user choose that checkbox. So I can understand that. If it is checked by the user, then I can say inf order plus equal. Here I can say directly sunroof, okay, or you can say, let me keep this here so you can remember. I will put some space, not to here, but here, okay. Instead of that, you can say inf order plus equal checkbox 1 dot text. This is the alternative, okay. You can choose one of them. Both works. Okay, this is the alternative. Okay, now I need to check checkbox 2. Here I cannot use else because checkboxes are not connected to each other. Checkbox 1 is different, checkbox 2 is different. So I can't use else here. Okay? What I need to do, I need to write one more if. If checkbox 2 dot checked is equal to true, then here I'm going to add it to my string. So what I'm going to add, it was MP3 player with some space. Okay. Okay. Now here, if you like, you may remove curly braces. So why I'm doing that? Because it's a single line. This is also correct. Then the other thing is, and it is the final, I think, color. So for the color, I used radio button list. So since I used radio button list, I can directly get the selected one. No need to use if and check which one is selected or not. We don't need to do that. I can directly get the selected one. And I will say inf order plus equal radio button list 1 dot selected item and text. Okay. Then I have it. Okay. And I got the information. Now I need to put it into where? Into listbox. Okay. So I'm going back here, and here I will say listbox 1 dot items dot add in parentheses my string. Okay. So here I can add my string into the listbox. Okay. Okay. Let's save it. Let's run it and see if it works. Then we can continue. Okay, this is our form. This is Sam. He wants to buy a Jaguar with MP3 player, with green color, and I submit the order. Okay, Sam wants to buy one more car for his wife. It's Honda Fit with sunroof and an MP3 player and red color. Submit the order. Then Sam wants to buy one more, let's say Mazda Demio without accessories and blue color for his son. And then Sam changed his mind and he doesn't want to buy any car for his wife. So how I can delete this? Okay. Sam is not a good guy. He changed his mind. Okay, how I can delete it? Let's find a way to do that because customer may want to change his or her order or maybe some information in his or her order. But here, what I'm going to do, I will cancel the whole order and then I will let him to enter a new order, okay? That's why I'm going to find a way by deleting the record in the listbox. So here, let's go back and to do that, I am going back to design and here I will put one button for deleting the selected record in listbox. Okay, so let's say this button is for deleting, and one more button. Let's say that Sam may change his mind and he wants to cancel all orders. So here, if he has 5 orders, I don't want to click one by one and click delete to delete the orders. So here I will say clear all orders. Okay, this button will be used to clear all. Okay, now let's write the code for them. I'm double clicking on delete and here we have button 1 click event. When user clicks this button, what will happen? Here I'm going to remove the selected item in the list box. So first of all, I need to find which one is selected. Okay, I can declare a variable here. Let's say temp, and it's equal to listbox1 dot selected item dot text. Okay, and then listbox1 dot items dot remove. Remove what? Remove temp, and it will find the selected item in listbox and remove it. Okay. Actually, you can write this part without using variable. You can directly write listbox1 selected item dot text instead of temp here. I mean this. This also works. Okay. That's your choice. Okay. And I need one more thing to clear all items. I'm double clicking clear all. And here I will let user to clear all items in the list box. So I can say listbox1 items dot clear. Okay. So this will let us to clear everything in the list box. Let me run it and see what happens. I will share some lecture notes with you about this exercise. Don't worry about it, okay? Okay, now let's say that Sam wants to buy Honda, red, Mazda, green, and Jaguar, blue. Okay, and he wants to remove this order. I'm clicking it one time, I'm choosing it, then I'm clicking delete button to remove it. And Sam wants to leave without buying anything, so clear all. Okay? Okay. Now, let me say a few words about hyperlink control. We designed this page. Let's say that we want to give some information about the company who developed this web application, or we want to put some information here about the automotive gallery. Okay, it doesn't matter. This is just an exercise. Here, I'm creating another web form. Right click here. I will add one more web form. So let's make it web form 2. Okay. And in the design part, let's say that I'm giving some information about the company. Okay. This is the information. Okay. Okay. Then I saved it. I go back to web form 1. And here I will put a hyperlink control. Okay, it's here. And I'm clicking on hyperlink. Let me change the text of this about the company. Okay. Okay, then here I will use navigate URL, and I will choose web form 2. And I say OK. So as you see now, it's blue and underlined. Okay. And I'm running the project. Okay. Then I want to see information about the company. I come here and click on the hyperlink, so web form 2 will be loaded. Okay? Okay. And the final thing that I want to tell you, friends, I added one more form into my project. We may have many forms. So when I focus on web form 2 and run the project, web form 2 comes. Okay? But this is not my main page. My main page is web form 1. So when you are working with multiple forms in your projects, you can go to web form 1, I mean your main project, main form, right click on it, and here choose it as set as start page. When you do this, set as start page, and you run your project wherever you are, doesn't matter. Which form is focused, doesn't matter. When you run your project, always that main page will be shown because you set it as start page. Okay? This is an additional information. Okay, that's all for the exercise. Any question? Okay, that's good.